5.
Hey, Cillein.
I've been wanting Cillein to do some blog posts and talk about this, but he just wouldn't do it. Like so,
Thank
so
you.
we have him cornered now, don't we, Ayshea?
Yeah, we do. He's not going anywhere, mate.
So I want you to go through it from the beginning. Like, what's the initial reaction? What, like when you first got the call? I was there, essentially. But
yeah, I know. And when you rang me, you just said it's just like you better be sitting down. I actually thought something fucking bad had happened.
I was like, you're going to faint, man.
Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck's happened here? Like, and then you said it to me, and I was just like, my heart is beating at my chest, but I just didn't really. It still hasn't kind of like fully hit me yet that I'm going, like, even though I'm leaving tomorrow for it. But yeah, I've just been, again, like I don't want to be getting too excited either, because I don't want to like just be burdening myself up. Because I know going into this, I'm probably going to be about maybe 75% primed for this competition, because there's such little prep done. I've only done 3. Like last week was supposed to be a deload week, but I've done 3 kind of heavyish sessions for this show. Like, but the way I see it is just like, so I've got no prep done for it. I've got nothing to lose, but everything to gain. So, you know, like beating people that are going to be there who've actually prepped for the show will actually make me look a lot better, because it's just like, if I can do that without any prep, you know, so what can I do with actually, you know, a proper head start on it. Like, so, yeah, I'm just really excited for this opportunity.
Yeah, because like realistically, you're nowhere near ready.
No,
not to the extent we'd want you to be. Obviously, you'd want to be, but I mean, it is what it is, and like you said, you just have to go in there and give it your all.
Give it all, yeah. Like, luckily, you've been training for the GSP Cup. That's like 5 weeks from now, is it?
Something like that.
I've completely forgotten about
that doesn't matter for you right now.
No, like that was my biggest kind of focus at the moment. But yeah, no, it's just been very last minute. But like, I'm not going to complain. I mean, like, it's a great opportunity. Like, so this is exactly what I've been training for. Like, so I've just got to go out and fucking grab it as much as I can. I kind of know like the first event in particular probably just be more like damage control, just because like deadlift is usually a good event for me, but it's like deadlift ladder with this, and obviously you can have suits on, but the only things that kind of going against me is most of the guys, they've been training doing mixed grip for the first couple of reps and then switching over to their straps, and although realistically I would have the potential to do that, I haven't trained it, so my body isn't prepared for it, and I would be very worried to just pop a bicep or something. And as well, with the deadlift suit, I've only done 1 rep at a time in training. I haven't actually done multiple set reps. So from going from one to another and then having to set up each time, like, that's definitely going to be challenging. But I know like it's from 300 to 380 kilos. So getting up to, I think getting 360 kilos will do enough to kind of secure me good enough points. Then the event after that is a 450 kilo car walk. Done 350 last week. And again, it's just kind of like, if I had the time to actually prepare my body for that weight instead of having to just like jump straight into the deep end. But I know I can finish it. I've just got to, you know, not kind of head off too quickly at the start. Just kind of pick it up, get a feel of it, and then just kind of quickly accelerate over time. Like, and I think that's going to be, you know, where a lot of people probably make mistakes. Then load medley, I think just kind of getting more familiar, like on the day, try to get familiar with the implements that are there. It's nothing too heavy. It's like a 100 kilo anchor, 120 kilo sandbag, 120 kilo keg, and 100 kilo tire. So like load medley is usually good enough event for me. And then 150 Viking press for reps, probably the best option I had for pressing event. Technique, there's not much to it. You just got to pick it up and rep it out. So
it's a nice one to get when you get a short call up.
Short call up, yeah.
If it was an axle or dumbbell which you haven't been training, it's very difficult to
nightmare.
But whereas
Viking, just go for it. Like, so I'd be fairly confident get maybe 7 or 8 reps on that. And then last one is power stairs, 200 kilos, 250. So that's another one I'm really excited to do. Like, I feel like it could definitely suit me. So like the goal going into this is top 5. I mean, like if I can come top 5 and no prep against like a strong lineup like this, like it'll definitely make me look good in front of the promoters.
Surely it would give reason for them to call you up again. Something else that you know later this year, like
100%. Like, and I know even like top 3, I think you get invite to Worlds. So that's best case scenario from this situation.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's very exciting. And then like. So, like, I suppose training-wise, you just spoke about it. Like, it's, you know, we just kind of touched on everything, I suppose, and there's not much else you could do. Like,
no.
This week, then, mindset, is it different to like say UK's last year when you were prepared for it? Like, how's the headspace with this? Because you've known about everything you've been doing before. You've had long preps and ready. So where are you at mentally with it? Like,
I think with UK's last year, I was like, by the end of it, I just wanted to fucking do it, like, because I think it was a 16-week training cycle for UK's last year, and it was like, it felt like UK was never going to happen, and I was just like going through this torture every week for nothing, and it was just like, it was really hard. It was getting to the point it was really hard to actually see the end goal for that prep, like.
Worked out well though.
Yeah, well, by the time I actually got over to the competition and everything, like, it was fine, like, but it was like, I think by the end of it, I just didn't, like, as bad as I just didn't really care. I just wanted to, when you kind of get to that point in training, you're just like, let's just fucking do it.
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
That's kind of where I was at, like, coming.
We've all been there.
Yeah,
we've all been.
That's kind of where, like, it was with UK's, but like this time, I'm just kind of trying to take the same approach I had when I done the deadlift competition back in October. Yeah, I think it's October. Like, literally, like, I didn't get hyped up at all during training for that deadlift. The week of the deadlift, I wasn't even thinking about it, which is the same as this week. I haven't really put much thought. Like, I'm doing small bits of visualization, but I'm not like as I was before, getting like really excited and like amped up and stuff, because it's just like I'd rather actually just save that for the day of the competition. So I've been relatively calm and relaxed.
You try not to think about it a lot.
No. I just like because I wrote an article actually for the page, like, and I just you're kind of like you're draining. You can really drain yourself by just like using up your adrenaline and excitement, thinking about something for so long, like, and then it's just like by the time it comes, it's just like, because that's what I kind of felt like happened to me at Ireland's 2021. By the time like competition, it was so fucking hard to actually switch on, and I was having to just like like sniff the hell out of the smell and salt or something just to kind of get me tuned in, because I'd been so worked up about that bloody competition for so long. So I kind of learned from my mistakes in that way. It's just better just to like just stay calm and just like get excited and angry or aggressive when you actually need to be. Like, there's no point of me being, like fucking sitting at work, like being like, oh, or like, going to bed or something like that. Like, but yeah, no, I'm just trying to stay like cool and calm as much as I can, like, and just save my mental energy for the competition.
You're the same, in fairness, for like OSG and the big ones.
Well, I suppose again, I've done a little vlog there this morning about this, and it's more where I've kind of I'm doing more sports and exercise psychology at the moment with the course, and interestingly enough, it's starting to make an awful lot of sense. So the more experienced you become in competition, the less you need to have that psyched up situation, right? Because it's more of a point of skill and motivation now for your adrenaline, right? What we do here, we've done it every day for thousands and thousands of repetitions. So we need to be focused on what we're doing and executing properly. So then on the day when we need to flip that switch, we can flip that switch. And I think actually you're saying about that, one of the biggest things, remember Zydrunas and Big V and Big Z at OSG in 2017, the two guys were sitting there, two chairs pulled out in between events, chilled, sat there eating pizza, not a bother on them, completely relaxed. But once they got out there and they had to do what they had to do, their focus was switched on. And I think that's something that's, again, when we've spoken about experience before, that's where you're coming to now. You probably don't realize it, but you're starting to become a seasoned athlete and you are maturing in that respect. So you now know that the 22, 23-year-old Cillein with little experience of competition doesn't need to be going full gung-ho in here. Or prior to that competition, there's a time and a place for it.
Yeah, and I think that kind of comes down to actually knowing what you're capable of and actually having like the real confidence. Having the confidence going into it, and not like, because you see some people where they want to like lift really heavy weights and be really aggressive in the gym to give them the confidence that they can actually go out and do that in competition. But like most of the time you see like that person ends up getting injured or doesn't lift as much as they do on the actual day. Like, so I think it's kind of just the more experience I've done, I've kind of just surprised myself in competitions and started to get a bit more comfortable and confident in what I can actually do. Like, and I don't really see much of a point in like putting a limit on what you actually can do, because like if you're going to put a limit on, that's never going to happen. So I don't like to, like, some people ask me like, oh, what do you think you could lift in the long term? And I don't really like answering that question, because like I don't want to like,
sky's the limit.
Yeah, because like some people say with my deadlifts, like, oh, do you think you do 500? And I was like, yeah, but like I want to be able to think past that barrier, like, because I mean, like, people can get so kind of just like caught up in their own limitations that like they become kind of just like a prisoner to them.
Yeah.
I think I remember like there was a girl we were chatting to before, and she was stuck on 67.5 kilo bench, and she was so amped up and wanted to get that 70 kilo bench. And I remember saying to her at the time, going, you need to look past it. It's exactly that. If you're fixating on just a 2.5 kilo, what do you do after that? Like, but if you put your mind out and say, I want to get the maximum bench that I can ever get, and there is no number on that, you'll just keep improving because you'll push through and you'll push through because you're just trying to be better. So like that, you're not putting limitation. When you start putting those limitations, it becomes an issue. But I suppose that for you now with Britons is there is no limitation. You know what you want to get, you know what you're capable of getting, and but you've got there's no expectation on you other than that because like there's no prep, late call up. And I was actually saying before, one of my best competitions was Brits back in 2018 because we didn't know until the week before whether I was actually going to be going, and I went into that going whatever, and I went into it so relaxed. Ended up coming second to Andrea, by 3 points. So do you know what I mean? It's like that wasn't expecting that at all. So sometimes those competitions can be the most rewarding.
It'll be great to see you up against a whole new group of athletes as well. Yeah, because UK's was that. It was a whole new group of athletes, but now there's a whole new group again. Some same guys, but like you're going to be up against Hicksy. Felix,
some of the icons. Look at that now.
Adam Bishop.
Would that give you butterflies?
But these are all world's strongest man finalists. Yeah. So it's going to be really good to see where you are right now. Not even ready for this comp, but up against these guys.
So you test.
It's a really good test. Yeah. It's really good. It'll be really interesting to see. Yeah. It's exciting. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. No, really exciting.
That's the real meaning of strongman, really. That's the real meaning of strongman, though. Go in and see what you can do.
See what you can do. Yeah. Test yourself out.
Yeah. Of course.
Put yourself out there. Yeah. So I think that's everything battered out for today. Any extra points anyone wants to add in or talk about?
So we mentioned the dogs. The Learn Strongman.
Yeah.
Just throw that out there in the podcast. Just to see,
So I might as well mention it actually. Cheeky plug, yourself. Yeah. So we are doing a Learn to Strongman course here. So we're doing in person and online. In person in the gym's capped at 6 people. All the information's out there on our social media accounts. Basically, what we want to do is we're looking for people that haven't competed in strongman really. I suppose if you've done one comp maybe and you're kind of lost in what you're doing, we could help there. But ideally, we're looking for people with a little bit of experience in lifting weights that want to get into strongman, and we'll put them through the motions with all the events and teach them everything about strongman, how to train, how to do the movements. It's a real beginner strongman course, like it really is, and it's going to be really focused in on making you the best well-rounded strongman you can be, and I suppose getting to people first before the terrible habits set in. So that we don't have to fucking fix them. It's kind of like you with your deadlift years ago. It's just terrible habits you had from years of doing it like that, and it took years to redo that and to fix that. And we've seen that time and time again. So if we can get to people before that and teach them good habits, that'd be absolutely brilliant.
You don't really how lucky you'd be to be in that situation.
Yeah. And for the people online that'll be doing it, you'll be in a WhatsApp group with myself, Ayshea, and Cillein, all giving feedback and all helping out. So that'll be pretty cool. Whatever about me, like you've got an OSG champion there, and Cillein going to Giants Live now, and good old Matt. Good old Matt.
He likes to be the genius behind it all.
The genius behind it all, yes. But not much of an athlete no more.
Living his dreams through the rest of us.
Yes. Definitely living my dreams through you all. I think there's anything else to add to that?
I think that's it.
No. If you have any questions on anything, guys, or any topics you want to hear us talk about, just shoot us, any of us, a message, and we'll jot it down and we'll chat about it one of the days. We can't get to everything every week, but